There are many ways to join a Windows 10 computer to the domain. So I'm going to show you today the easiest one out of them all. When you install an operating system, you can actually join the computer to domain using a script. By using the Microsoft Deployment Toolkit, you can set a task sequence and actually join the computer to a domain. But today we're just going to use a very easy way, the easiest way to join the computer to domain. So here we have a Windows 10, which is a 64-bit operating system. The name of this computer is DEV-200, and the full computer name is DEV-200. This computer is actually part of a work group, so that's the work group name. Let's go take a look at our domain controller, which is a DV100. So this is our domain controller. Let's look inside the Active Directory users and computers, whether DEV100 is available for now. So let's go on TechAkin.com and let's click on computers. So as you can see, there is no computer here for now. Let's refresh again. There's no computer. So we're gonna go to the Windows 10 and join it to this domain. It's gonna be part of the TechAkin. So let's go back to DEV200 and I'm going to close this. So to start, bring up our Windows Explorer. Alright, and right click on this PC, okay, and go to properties, and then in the properties, look on the left side, click on advanced system settings, click on that. Okay, once you are on the advanced system settings, click in the system properties, click on computer name tab. Right, go all the way down to rename this computer or to change its domain or work group. Click change. So click this change, and as you can see, we have DEV200. It's a member of work group, but we're going to join it to our domain. So we click on domain and we type in the domain name, which is TechAkin. So TechAkin, TechAkin. So you click OK, and then you have to enter the an administrator username and password for the TechAkin domain controller. So it's TechAkin /administrator. This will be different depending on the name of your environment. So put in a password, quick, and click OK. Once you click on OK, then you will get another message, computer name, domain changes. So as you can see, this information says welcome to the TechAkin domain. You need to click OK, and then you must restart your computer to apply these changes. Before restarting, save any open files and close all programs. Yes, we'll click OK, and then we'll close out of everything, and then we'll click restart now. So the computer will restart. Once it's restart, we can basically try to log in as a domain user. But before that, while that is running, let's go over to our domain controller. All right, inside our domain controller, let's bring up the Active Directory users and computers. Now let's go to our domain name. Let's click on computers. Let's refresh, and there you go. This is the new computer that we just had to a domain. It's DEV200. If you right click on that and go to properties. You see inside the domain, the TechAkin domain, this computer has different so many properties. On the general tab, it has the name, DEV. The DNS name is dev-200.techakin.com, and the operating system is Windows 10 Enterprise Evaluation, which is correct. The version is 10.0.183.63. It's a member of domain computer. So dev200 is part of techakin.com domain computers. So you can manage so many settings here, and set different types of security, check the location, the people that manage this computer, and so on, like that. So click OK. So now we can see we have DEV200 is part of TechAkin domain. Let's go back into the DEV200 computer to see if it's fully restarted. So it's still restarting, so we wait a little bit, and I'll be right back once the Windows 10 is fully restarted. Once Windows 10 is fully restarted, you will get this screen. You will see there's an administrator user, and then if you go to the lower left corner, if you click on order here, then you should be able to log in into TechAkin domain using the username and password of a domain user. Let's actually go and find a domain user and log in with that. Go into the domain controller, and let's go inside of the domain controllers. Let's go inside one of these organization units. We have two OUs here, US East and US North. So inside US East and US North, we have computers and we have users. So let's go inside the US North, all right, for example, and find one of the users inside of the US North, and click that. We'll see that there is one user inside of US North. So let's log in as this user. It's called TechAkin. Let's go and check his username. Go to right click on that, go to properties, you say his display name is TechAkin, but the username of that user is TechAkin. Awesome. And TechAkin is a member of, is one of the domain users. All right, and it's just so many. His profile, it has, this is where you can set a roaming profile. In the future, we'll be going into discussion about roaming profile. So click OK, and let's go back into Windows 10, and let's try to log in. Once we're on the Windows 10 prompt, click other user like we mentioned earlier, and type in the domain name TechAkin / the domain user is TechAkin as well, and then put in the password for TechAkin, and then click login. As you can see, TechAkin is now welcome to the domain. So TechAkin is now fully logged in into Windows 10 as a domain user. So let's bring up a Windows Explorer, and let's go into this PC, and we'll right click this PC. We'll go to properties, and then we can expand this, and basically you can see that our computer name remains the same. The full computer name has now changed to dev-200.techakin.com, and then the domain is now techakin.com instead of work group. And this is one of the ways you can join Windows 10 very easily to a domain controller. If this lesson has been informative for you, like, leave a comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.